Hello everyone, welcome to this gentle Yin Yoga class. In this video, I'll guide you through a full body sequence of relaxing postures that's specifically designed for when you need gentle self-care and rejuvenation. Welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga, and welcome back to the Yin Yoga Challenge, where this is day number 3. You won't need any props for this one, just go ahead and roll out your mat. Practice begins right now. We'll begin in a seated position with crossed legs, and you can sit directly on the floor if that's comfortable, or you could use a cushion under your seat or a folded blanket. We'll rest the hands on the knees or the thighs and let the eyes close. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale. Feel your body settle into this place, your sitting bones rooting down into the ground. Your shoulders can rise up and slide back and then settle down your back now. And with your next breath in, welcoming tender energy into your body. Exhale and feel your tailbone releasing downward into the earth. As you inhale, can you feel your heart expand forward? And as you exhale, can you feel the energy of the heart come back into the spine, to the place in the spine right behind the heart? And take your next breath into your belly. Feel your belly expand. As you exhale, can you feel this belly energy drawing back toward the spine into the sacrum? And now from the tailbone, can you inhale up the spinal column, slowly traveling all the way up to the crown of the head. And from the crown of the head, exhale back down the spine, drawing this energy down to the tailbone and into the earth. Breathing a couple more breaths with this illuminated spine. Cultivating this tender, energetic attunement into the core of your being. And slowly and gently, when you're ready, let your eyelids open and make your way into butterfly pose. This will be the first yin pose today. Soles of the feet together, and you can choose if your feet are really close to your groin or at a little bit of a distance, maybe a foot or two. Some people even like to take the feet quite a bit forward. So it's your choice. As you come forward, you might get a better sense of what feels best today. We're gonna either hold around the toes or the ankles or rest the hands on the floor. Option to pile a couple of blocks or a bolster and a block under your forehead or under your chest or under both. And notice where you feel this pose. The general target area is the inner thighs, the inner groin area, and maybe also feeling a forward bend, which would create a stretch in the back body, the lower back, middle back, upper spine even. And into these places of sensation now, take a breath in and exhale. Let yourself soften and relax here for a little bit. Slowly now come up to an upright spine and shift to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, let's take some gentle circles of the ribs. So these barrel rolls where we drop the ribs and then take them over toward the left and up into an arched spine, and then ribs to the right and down. And continue rolling in this side to side, up and down way. A couple more circles in this direction. And now let's change it up, circle the other way. Waking up spine, ribs, and even a bit into the shoulders and the hips. One more circle all the way around. And now let's bring it back to neutral and come all the way down onto the belly for Sphinx, resting on forearms and elbows. Elbows are generally right under the shoulders for Sphinx, and this gives us the most support, but you are welcome to play around with it and see what gives you the most support as you gently let the legs open to a comfortable distance where you feel just enough sensation in your lower back and your sacrum. Remembering that opening the legs wider will give you an easier, less intense stretch. And drawing the legs closer together will generally make it a more intense stretch. And now finding your place of stillness. Gentle inhale into the lower back and the sacrum. Gentle exhale as you soften and relax your belly. Legs and feet relaxed, hands relaxed against the floor. For the second part of this time in the pose, you can choose to stay right here in Sphinx or open the hands a little wider and lift up into seal pose, which will be a similar stretch, but typically more intense in the spine. You could choose to walk your hands closer to your body to get a deeper stretch. And if it's too much to be up here with straight arms, just drop them back down, stay in Sphinx pose instead. And slowly lower back down all the way onto the forehead. And now let's gently roll all the way over onto the back. And on the back, we'll hug the knees into the chest and gently rock side to side. Feel into your lower back after that back bend. Good, and now let's come into figure four pose, taking the right foot to the floor, left ankle on top of the right knee. Option to have a cushion, a folded blanket under your head, or a yoga block. And now we'll draw the leg in. We'll clasp the hands behind the right thigh or in front of the right shin. Target area is the left glutes, left buttock. You can play around here with whether or not this left foot is flexed or pointed or just relaxed. Typically in Yin, we want mostly relaxed limbs. However, some people find that flexing the foot helps the knee to feel safer, or just find that it helps to give them a more satisfying stretch. But if it doesn't do anything for you, you can totally just keep this foot relaxed and enjoy the stretch in the left glutes. Find a deep breath in now. Soft breath out. Slowly release. Bring right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. Switch sides, right ankle over the left knee, and draw the left leg in. Hold behind the thigh or in front of the shin. And now feel the stretch in the right glutes. Right foot may be flexed or may be relaxed. And feel yourself settling into the stillness here of figure 4 pose. Slowly release. Left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor. Open your feet to the width of your mat. Open your arms out wide. Take windshield wipers, both knees to the right, head gently turns to the left. And inhale, knees up to center and over to the second side. Good, inhale up. Exhale, continue side to side. Couple more times. Feel the energy moving through the hips, the legs, the thighs. Let's bring this back up to center and make our way back over onto the belly. For open wing pose, this is a stretch for the chest, for the pectorals, and for the front of the shoulder. We'll start with the right arm out to the side. Now, having a cushion under your head or a block is optional. I do like to have it for myself, so I have it ready here. Right arm comes out to the side, and we roll over onto the right hip. And now we open the left shoulder back. And here's where it gets interesting, is what to do with the legs. They could be bent like so, or they could be straight. Or we could bend the left knee up. And what also to do with this left hand is maybe it could be on the hip, maybe it could be on the floor in front of your chest, and you could kind of press into the palm or the fingertips to leverage your opening, or you could wrap it behind your back. And if it feels like you want less intensity, you can just keep this knee down. You could keep this hand on the floor. You could also play around with the angle of this right arm. It doesn't have to be straight out from the shoulder. It could be farther down. And you can see if you feel different stretches with the palm up or the palm down. Maybe one feels right for you today. So play around with your little fine tunings and then eventually settle into a pose that feels right for you today. And breathe and relax into the shape. Slowly unwinding, come back to your chest and roll through to the other side. Left arm out to the left side. Roll your left hip underneath you, and again, maybe bending the knees, maybe keeping them straight, maybe having this right hand behind the back or palm or fingertips on the ground. And then this arm that's behind you, does it want to be straight out from the shoulder or does it want to be a little bit angled down? Lots of options in the yin practice because we all have different bone structures, and especially for upper body poses and shoulder poses, we can have a very different experience depending on our skeletal anatomy. So that's why we have all these different options. And once you've settled into the place where your body can rest and feel a tender and gentle unfolding, this is where we want to breathe and relax. Slowly release. Roll back onto the front of your body and slowly make your way back into child's pose. As you come back into child's pose, hips will come back toward your heels. And feel the energy moving through the shoulders now. Right shoulder, left shoulder, after open wing on both sides. Lift your head and lift your chest for a moment, and we'll take that right hand to the right side edge of the mat, left palm on top of the right hand for a side stretch into the left side of the torso. Take a breath into this left side. Exhale. And move it over to the second side. Right hand on top of the left. Inhale into the right side of the torso. Exhale. And bring the hands back to the center. Come back up and all the way onto your back. We'll finish our sequence with a spinal twist now. As we come into spinal twist, both knees will come over to the right hand side. Left arm extends out to the left side. We can wiggle around with the shoulders and the upper back till we get just the right feeling of sort of being seated on the shoulder blades. Sometimes we need to press the right elbow down into the ground and pull that right shoulder blade up and over to the side just to get that sense of twisting a little bit deeper. And now maybe your head is centered, maybe your head is turned to the side a little. See what feels right. And once you've found it, you can close your eyes and simply rest here. Let gravity do the work. And slowly release the twist. Slowly bring the knees up to center, shift the hips so you can drop the knees over to the second side. Right arm extends out to the right and the left hand comes on top of the knees. And take a deep breath in now. Big breath out. Feel the spine twisting inside of your body. Feel the muscles in between the ribs shearing, gently pulling open, softening through the fascia of the torso and the spine. And notice how each time you breathe, there's a change to the tissues, a change to what you feel in the trunk of your body. Slowly come back up to center with the knees. And now your choice to come into Savasana, spreading your body out on the floor, or come up into a seated position for a final meditation. Sitting with the spine tall if you're sitting, or else making any final adjustments to your lying down Shavasana pose. And can you feel the tender energy circulating inside of your body? Can you feel the energy of your spine flowing freely now? As you continue to rest and feel the effects of this practice, listen to the words of Sutra number 6 from the Radiance Sutras. Trace the river of life that flows through you, the luxuriously rising energies, gradually touching each of the centers along the spine. Savor every shimmer of color along the way. Enter each area tenderly, loving as you go, finally, gently dissolving in the crown of the head. Then above, in the space above the head, the great dawn. End of Sutra. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Draw the palms together in front of your heart. And we'll chant Om 3 times. Take a breath in. And this brings our practice to a close. Namaste. I hope you feel amazingly peaceful and satisfied after this practice. If you feel you need to rest in stillness and quiet for a little longer, you might pause the video at this point. I want to thank you for practicing with Devi Daily Yoga. Be sure to move slowly and gently into the next part of your day. And if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, where I have over 200 Yin Yoga videos organized into helpful playlists. And if you're serious about deepening your knowledge of Yin Yoga, you might check out my online Yin Yoga teacher certification program. I also have a yoga membership site where my community of yogis follows a weekly calendar with me, and you can find links to these things in the description box below. Also, if you're interested in finding the best props for Yin Yoga, in the description box you can also find my recommendations for my favorite bolsters, yoga blocks, and more. This class has been part of the 30-day Yin Yoga Challenge. And if you haven't signed up for the challenge, you can sign up at challenge.devidaily.com. Starting on the day you sign up, you'll get daily emails with a direct link to the video of the day to help keep you on track with the program. And you'll also immediately receive a calendar along with a PDF guide for the program and a posture gallery. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until then, I hope the rest of your day flows beautifully.